If you have a slow computer or suffering from lag, I'm going to show you more than a dozen tips on how you can speed up your computer. Most computer forums that you visit, if you look below in the comment selection, you'll see that most people would tell you that you need to add more RAM or swap out your hard drive for a solid state drive. In this video, I'm going to show you how you can speed up your computer without doing any of that. So in no particular order, let's begin by turning off the Windows notification in Tips, Tricks, and Suggestions in Settings. Right-click on the Start menu and go up to Settings. And in here, you're going to left-click on System. Scroll down to the Notifications and Actions tab. Now in here, you want to turn off the Get Tips, Tricks, and Suggestions as you use Windows. I found that this is not very helpful, and it does give you a slight improvement in performance when you turn it off. The only one that I really leave on is to get notifications from apps and other senders. And down below you can decide which one you want to have on or off. I turn most of these off myself. I might leave a couple on here and there. Feel free to play around with it as you like, and the more that you can shut off, the more resources that you will have available for your performance. If your computer is full of files that you no longer need, cleaning them out can definitely give your computer a speed boost. Stay in the settings here and scroll down to storage. Click on the storage tab, and in here you can manage how your computer will keep track of these files. Turn on Storage Sense. With this toggle switch on, Windows will manage and automatically remove temporary files and other junk files to free up storage space. By clicking on Configure Storage Sense, you can change the frequency in which Storage Sense will delete your files. You can change it daily, weekly, monthly, including temporary files, downloaded files, and also unused content that is already backed up to your OneDrive. Processes and downloading updates in the background can have a major impact on your performance. One way to reduce that impact is by setting your internet connection to metered. Go into Network and Internet. Now, depending on your connection, you are either using the Ethernet or Wi-Fi, but you want to connect on your internet connection here. Scroll down to Metered Connection and turn it on. Doing so will reduce the number of downloading updates in the background. In addition to animation, Windows 10 uses transparency effects in the taskbar, Action Center, and the Start menu that use up system resources. To turn those off, go into Personalization and Colors. Now in here, you want to scroll down to Transparency Effects and turn that toggle switch off. If you play games or use any other GPU accelerated applications like CAD design or anything like that, turning on game mode will help give you better frame rates and reduce lag. Go into the Gaming tab, go into Game Mode, and turn it on. Turning it on will reduce the number of background apps running and prevents Windows updates from driver installations and sending notifications to restart. With Windows updates running in the background and installing updates, it can be a resource hog. Go back to the Home setting page and go into Update and Security. Okay, now in here you want to change active hours. Now I have to turn mine off in order to change it. And it is best to select a time when you know your computer will be on and you will not be using it. I'm going to say about 9 p.m. to 5 a.m. Save. I'm going to turn it back on. Okay, next Go back to the home page. I think I'm going to speed up my mouse a little bit. I'm going to go into Devices, go down to the mouse, and if you have an older system, it might be around in between here, but I'm going to go into Additional Mouse Options, Pointer Options, and I got mine set as fast as I can go. And that way I can move my mouse around very quickly. I got a few other things snapped to the dialog box. I got to show the pointer whenever I hit the control right there, so I know where my mouse is so I don't lose it. And you can make the changes as you feel. So this will speed up your mouse nicely. Let's see, for the next few changes, I think I'm going to go into Control Panel. So let's go ahead and close this out for now. Good way to find it. Sometimes it might be up here in the Start menu, but if you do not have it, go into Control Panel. Okay, now from here, one area that can have a huge impact on your computer performance are the power settings. Go up here to Power Settings, and you may see a couple of options depending on your computer through here. It's best to create your own power plan, and what you'll find is a balanced, power saver, and high performance. I've already created my own using the high performance. Balance will equally balance between the apps that you use and the consumption of energy. Power save, I do not recommend this one because it reduces the consumption of power that it uses, and it takes away from the performance of your computer. So high performance, it favors your performance of your applications. And I've created my own power plan right here, which is set for, as you see, high performance. Another resource hog is a visualization of your computer. You can turn this off by going into System, Advanced System Settings, and in the Advanced tab, go into Performance. Now in here, you can select Adjust for Best Performance. Now, when you do this, it will require some tweaking on your part because it will change the effect of how your computer looks. Hit Apply and OK to make your changes, and then come back in here to tweak this to your liking. I would start with something like smooth edges from the screen fonts, maybe fade, some slide menus, things like that, some tooltips. You can customize this to how you like and tweak it to your advantage here. I got mine set like this here. Just some of the things that I like, and I took off some of the extra things that I don't need just to help free up some of those extra resources. This will alter the appearance of Windows, so you will have to tweak it to get it right for you. Now, if your computer comes with pre-installed software, or if you have installed some software that you no longer use, it's best to go ahead and delete them. Go into the Programs and Features here. Not only can they take up drive space that can reduce the performance, it can also load processes at startup that can eat up the resources of your computer when trying to start it, and increasing the time it takes for your computer to boot up. Now, in this list here, go ahead and select any program that you may no longer need, and then select Uninstall. You can also right-click on something and then select Uninstall that way too. You may also find some applications that is not listed in here, anything that you've made download from the Microsoft Store. If your app is not listed here, you can always go into the Settings and select the Apps tab, Apps and Features, and you can scroll down here and select any of your list of applications through here. You can select one and uninstall it that way. Too many apps trying to launch when you first turn on your computer will give your computer a sluggish feel. To improve boot times and free up resources, right-click in the taskbar and go up to Task Manager. and you want to select the Startup tab. In here you'll find a list of all the apps that are trying to launch when you first turn on your computer. Now in here you can right click and click disable. Make sure that you do not disable your antivirus by any means. Some other applications that do not need to run when you first turn on your computer, go ahead and disable as many of those as you can, making sure that you leave some on to start up when you first boot up your computer. If you have indexing enabled on your computer, it makes searching your drives a lot quicker, but it does eat up a lot of your system resources. By turning off indexing on low-powered PCs will increase the performance. Now go down to your search icon and type in indexing and select indexing options. Now in here you want to select modify and go ahead and uncheck all these boxes here and select OK. Another tool that has been around forever is disk cleanup. Here, type disk cleanup. There it is. Okay, now in here, go ahead and check all these boxes to the left. And if you like, you can also grab some extra files, and you can click the cleanup system files here. By default, Windows will run a scheduled maintenance of your drives on a weekly basis in the background. During maintenance, your computer will be less responsive than usual. To change those settings, type defrag and optimize drives. Now in here, you'll see the current status of your drives. Now if your hard drive crosses a certain level of fragmentation, it will automatically defrag your hard drive. And in order to change that schedule, well, I have mine turned off. You can always turn it on, and you can run it on a schedule, whether weekly or monthly. Just make sure that you come back in here again to run it occasionally. I have just now set mine to monthly. As you see, I turned it on, change settings, select the run option, change it to monthly. And you can choose what drives you need. And now my drive, after it crosses a certain fragmentation, it will automatically defrag on a monthly basis. Now on a solid state drive, trim is used instead. And one more thing that I would like to show you, right click on the start menu, go into settings, go into the privacy tab. And as you see here, I have everything turned off. Go through each one of these. As you can see, I pretty much got everything turned off. You can kind of tweak it to how you like. A lot of these services, they're just not needed, and it just uses up a lot of your resources. Same thing with camera and microphone. Now I do have some apps that uses the camera on my computer. As you see here, I got most of them turned off. Same thing with the microphone. I might have one or two that actually uses it, and everything else will be turned off. There's just no reason for these apps to use my microphone or my camera. And like I said, it just eats up your system resources. Now, if you have any questions, go ahead and shoot me a text in the comments below. And if you did like my video, please give me a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel. It really helps me out a lot. And my name is Jason Todd with DVA Computers, and I thank you for watching.